Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're staying warm and cozy where you are because where I am, 15 centimeters of fresh snow has just fallen. It's freezing out right now. There's a horrible wind. It's the dead of winter, but it's Canada. What am I gonna do? Spring is on the way, hopefully. So I'm continuing with my Janet Jackson journey by listening to her whole discography for the very first time. Here we are at 1984's Dream Street. I'm super pumped and excited to get into this record, even though some of you pointed out that it's no better than her debut record. Her debut record wasn't very good, in my opinion, and a lot of you point out that this record also isn't very good. And some of you mentioned that I should just skip over this record and go straight to her more prominent records like Control and Rhythm Nation and Janet. And it didn't even cross my mind to skip this record. I was not going to skip it regardless. To me, that's going to defeat the purpose of going on these journeys. This one in particular, my Janet Jackson journey. I mean, if I skip over one of her records, it's not a journey. It's just picking and choosing the records I want to listen to. For me, I want to see the growth and changes and direction that an artist is headed by listening to all their albums in their discography, regardless of how bad they are, regardless of how good they are or mediocre. I always want to stick to each and every one of their records by listening to them for the first time. If I skip over one, for me, that kind of breaks the chain and it breaks the continuation of me discovering their growth as an artist. So I'm not doing that. I'm not skipping over Dream Street, and for all I know, hey, maybe I'll end up liking it. So let's get into it with track number one, Don't Stand Another Chance. All these tracks are brand new to me. There are only 9 tracks. It's a very short record. It's only 38 minutes. So let's get into it with track number one, Don't Stand Another Chance. You know what? I'm kind of liking it already. Okay, so that was track number one, Don't Stand Another Chance. And you know what? I really enjoyed that song. I thought it was a lot of fun, so I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. And I had a similar experience when I was listening to her debut record, in particular track number one, Say You Do, and then track number 2 and 3. I really liked those first 3 tracks off her debut record, and then it slowly, or I should say slowly, it actually pretty quickly went downhill for me. So I'm hoping the same thing won't happen with this record where I end up liking the first few tracks and then it just goes crash and burns. I don't want that to happen, but anyway. Let's get into track number two, Two to the Power of Love. Okay. Okay, so that was track number two, Two to the Power of Love. And this was another song I enjoyed. I thought it was really cute, the whole mathematical references, attraction, automatic, simple mathematics, two to the power of love. I hate math. Ugh. Math was always my least favorite subject in school. But nonetheless, you know what? I thought this was a really sweet song. I thought it was cute. I liked the lyrics, and it made me all warm and fuzzy inside. I don't know who the male vocalist is, so if you know, you could just let me know in the comments. So you know what? This was another track I enjoyed. So 2 for 2. I liked it. I thought it was cute. So now let's move on to track number 3, Pretty Boy. Wow, there's a party happening here. Okay, so it's track number 3, Pretty Boy. You know what? I'm really enjoying this record so far. 3 for 3. I really like Pretty Boy. This is probably my favorite track on the record so far. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to revisit all the songs again afterward, but Play Your Funky Whore. I loved it. I actually really like the production on this song as well. I thought once again it was a lot of fun. So you know what? 2 thumbs up again. And I'm excited to see where the rest of this album is gonna go. Hopefully, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. That's all I can say. So track number 3, Pretty Boy, I really enjoyed. To the Power of Love, Don't Say Another Chance. I enjoyed those tracks so far. I feel like they're solid 80s tracks, so considering this is Janet's sophomore record, I mean, again, I'm not really expecting much, but you know what? I thought they were fun. So now let's move on to the title track of this record, track number 4, Dream Street. Okay, so that was track number 4, Dream Street. And Janet is telling a story of sorts about going to Hollywood and trying to make it. She was a waitress. Like, I don't know if this song is autobiographical or it's more metaphorical. I don't know if she's just telling a story about some girl who went to Hollywood to try and make it, and she wanted to be on Dream Street, which is where all the dreams happen, to become a movie star. She's surrounded by tourists. She's working as a waitress. It takes more than a day, and it's not too nice, and the price is high. Somehow she can't help but cry. So she's crying that her dreams aren't happening. In a world full of fantasies, reality can hurt, so maybe the reality is now setting in that she won't be a star. A year goes by, the situation she can't stand. Came to be an actress, but a waitress is all she lands. And then further down, she sings a little bit closer now, but really still too far. It is always out of reach, Dream Street. So, I mean, I feel like the song was really boring. I mean, I couldn't really get into it. It was more of a story I was reading, I feel like. I couldn't really get into the actual music, 'cause I feel like there wasn't really any music. It was just Janet telling a story, and I felt like it was a very boring song, but in terms of the actual story I was reading, I actually enjoyed it, even though it's very cliche. We've heard it and saw it a million times in movies about a starstruck girl going to Hollywood, trying to make it, and she doesn't at first, but then she does. I mean, I feel like I've heard that story so many times, and it's just constantly regurgitated, but I feel like this is my least favorite track on the record. I just didn't find it very interesting at all. I thought it was very boring. I feel like they should have done something with the production of the song. They should have just, I don't know. It was just very lackluster in my opinion. So now let's move on to track number 5, Communication. Thank heavens for the microwave. Well, it is 1984. Yes, 1984, we're living in the computer age now. It's 1984, yes. Okay, so that was track number 5, Communication. This was a strangely catchy song, I will say, and I actually kind of liked it. She's singing about living in the computer age. Now we're living in the computer age. We have computers now. The pictures on my video. Oh, the pictures on her video. She gets pictures on her video camera now. I keep your number in my database, which... What is that? Is that like, I don't know what that is. Churn it onto audio. She's just discovering all this new strange technology in 1984. Oh, thank heavens for the microwave. Girl, same. How else would I be able to cook my pizza pops? I mean, am I supposed to turn on the stove? No. Can't ignore technology, it's so easy to communicate. If she thought it was easy to communicate back then in 1984, I mean, she would be shook if she was to find out what communication via technology would be like in 2020. It's just interesting to think about that there was a time when there just wasn't the technology we have now, which is common sense. I am well aware that technology is still very brand new. And computers are still relatively brand new. It's just interesting once you start thinking about it, start going down the rabbit hole of realizing that, you know, people had to send letters back then. So I will say, I actually did enjoy this song. I thought it was strangely catchy, that part. The melody in particular, when she goes, face to face, you get what I mean. And that part in particular, I actually thought was really catchy, so... I like this song. I thought it was a lot of fun, especially the lyrics. So now let's move on to track number 6, Fast Girls. Breakdown. So that was track number 6, Fast Girls. This was another track that I actually kind of liked. I liked the melody. I thought it was kind of catchy as well as communication. You what? I'm kind of liking this record. I'm kind of digging this record. If you don't like this record, if you think it's horrible, you know what? That's okay. But I'm actually having a lot of fun listening to this record. I feel like it's an improvement over her debut record. I mean, I still have 3 more tracks to listen to, so I'll reserve my opinion for the end. But you know what? Fast Girls, track number 6. I liked it. I thought it was a really cool song. I like the melody. I like the production. It's not the most amazing thing ever, but considering my expectations going to this record, I feel like I'm kind of pleasantly surprised. I didn't dislike it as much as I thought I would. So now let's move on to track number 7, Hold Back the Tears. Okay, and that was track number 7, Hold Back the Tears. I thought this was an okay song. I did like the chorus. I did think it was a little boring up until it got to the chorus. I thought it was interesting to say the least. It's not my favorite track on the record, but I don't think it's horrible. I think it's just okay. I think it's a decent inclusion on the record. And I thought it was just okay. I feel like it's not that memorable. So that was track number 7, Hold Back the Tears. And now we'll move on to track number 8, All My Love to You. Yeah. Okay, so that's track number 8, All My Love to You. Strangely enough, I feel like this is one of my favorite tracks on the record. When I first started listening to it, I was very indifferent to it. I was like, it's okay. But then about the halfway point, I was really warming up to it. I really, really like the production on this song. And I thought it was a pretty dope song. I think it's one of my favorites on the record. I thought it was pretty cool. Again, I'm a little, or not a little. I am indifferent to this record. It's not the most amazing thing in the world, but I'm just saying that it's a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. And I did like track number 8, All My Love to You. I feel like it's one of the standouts. So now let's move on to track number 9, the final track on the record, If It Takes All Night. Okay, so it's the final track on the record, track number 9, If It Takes All Night. I honestly didn't really care for this song. I thought it was kind of boring and I just kind of wanted it to end. I don't think it's that memorable. I feel like it's one of the weaker songs on the record. And yeah, I unfortunately didn't care for that song. I didn't think it was very memorable at all. Which is a sad way to wrap up a Janet record. But that's that. Dream Street by Janet Jackson. Short and sweet. And like I said before in this video, I didn't dislike it as much as I thought I would. I feel like it's a vast improvement over her first record. I would 100% rather to listen to this record, Dream Street, than her debut record. I feel like there's more solid tracks on here, and I feel like the production might be a bit better, and the songs are catchier. I like the melodies more on this record. And yeah, I just feel like it's an overall better record than her first record, but it's still not a great record, I will say. But it's better than what I thought it was going to be, so because of that, I'll give it a thumbs up. I mean, I'll throw her a bone. So that is that. That is Dream Street by Janet Jackson. What did you think of the record? What are the highlights to you? Did you absolutely despise it? Did you think that this record was worse than her first record? And tell me why. To each their own. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. I had a lot of fun listening to this record, and I'm going to have a lot of fun listening to the rest of Janet's discography. We're headed towards Control, and then Rhythm Nation, and the 90s. I mean, I don't know what to expect. I don't think I've heard a single song off of Control or Rhythm Nation or Janet or. I feel like I'm in for some serious treats. You know, I feel like I can't even talk. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You can message me. You can do whatever you want. I really don't care. Anyway, thanks for watching, like always, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.